Hi guys, sorry I've been so MIA as of late, but it has been spring break here and I have just been dealing with life. So today I'm going to be talking all about eyeliner, the different kinds that I like and what I like each one for and how I apply my eyeliner. So if you are interested in that, then keep watching. Okay, so when it comes to liners, there are several different kinds of liners to choose from. There is gel liners that come in a pot like this. This is from Maybelline. This is their Eye Studio, and this is in charcoal. And this kind of liner is really good if you want to try and get a wing. But it's all about the brush when it comes to this kind of liner. And the brush that this actually comes with looks like this. And, it's pretty dense, kind of stiff, but it doesn't have a point. So I'm not really sure exactly how you get a good wing with something like this. So, toss that. When it comes to gel liners, it really is all about the brush, because you can have the best liner possible, and as long, if you don't have a good brush, then you're not going to get a good application. So this is actually an eyeliner brush, and it's kind of long, pretty flimsy, and I don't like this kind of brush just because you can't get, a really good thin application. So what I do like is I will actually use an eyebrow brush, an angled eyebrow brush. They're stiffer. If you don't have super sensitive eyes, this works well. I do have pretty sensitive eyes, so I have to be really careful when I use an eyebrow brush, just because they are stiffer and it can irritate my eyes. Now there are these angled point brushes. This one is from Japanesque, and this comes to, unlike this one that was, still just pretty, I don't know, loose and doesn't come to a point. This one actually comes to a really nice defined point. Focus. There you go. And it has a nice ergonomical handle. It makes it quite easy to get in there, and even if you're just going right on the lash line to get like a real tight line, this kind of brush works really well. Now my favorite brush is this teeny tiny little Essence eyeliner brush, and it is really small. And if you can see, it comes to a really thin point. So this works the best for me when it comes to the gel eyeliner. Now other kind of eyeliners are felt tip liners. This is from Wet n Wild. It is their, what's it called? Crayon felt tip eyeliner. And it comes to a nice point. It's not real thin, but you can get right down there in the corner and get a good line. But what I don't like about these is that they tend to dry out pretty quickly. So, it's not my favorite. I do have this one. This is from Revlon, and I can't read what it is. Oh my gosh, I really can't. Oh no, it's L'Oreal. I'm sorry, L'Oreal. I don't know. But anyway, this one unscrews, and the liner's actually down here in the bottom, and it has a really nice felt line point, and it does a really nice fine point. I like this because it doesn't tend to dry out as quickly as some of your other felt liners. Here's the Wet n Wild. See, I can get a good line with it, but it's not as black, it's not as pigmented, because it's starting to dry out, and I haven't had it all that long. So other liners, this is from L'Oreal. This is the Silk Kiss-A-Me liner, and this is just a nice crayon liner. It is quite pigmented. And this is really good if you're wanting to go in and then just kind of smudge out your eyeliner. This is a really good pencil for that. It's also good for tight lining your eyes, you know, getting in the waterline when you're wanting a real bold look. So I really like this liner. And one of my favorites is the Rimmel Scandalize. It's really creamy, really easy to apply. This doesn't have a, you know, it's not going to give you the whole bang like a black liner will, but if you're going for a softer look, this is really good. It works really well in the waterline as well. It doesn't, oh, it is waterproof. I was going to say, it doesn't say that it's waterproof, but it does. Let's see. And then some of the best liners that I have found are the Essence gel liners. I like to get these in colors so that I can just go in on the bottom waterline and just put a touch of color. This is creamy. It's really pigmented, just a pretty blue. And it can give just a real nice pop of color when you're doing something like with browns or just neutral colors. I have this real pretty green color as well. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, just some of my favorites. So it really depends on what kind of look that you're going for as to what kind of eyeliner you want to use. Like I said, any of the pencil liners are really good for going in and giving you that nice smudged out look. It's not going to give you that real sharp defined look. And then I also like, this is also the Rimmel Scandalize, and this is in nude, and I really like this when you've got a real bold eyeshadow look, and you could just put this, drop this in the waterline, the bottom waterline, and it really just opens the eyes really, really nicely. Has a little smudger on the end. I don't ever use that because I only use this in my waterline. But Rimmel Scandalize are really some of the best affordable eyeliners out there, just for creaminess, for pigment, for long wearing. They're just really, really nice. And then the Essence gel liners, like I said, those are really great. They're waterproof as well, so they'll last a long time in that waterline. Or you go under the waterline and just kind of smudge it out. These don't have a smudger on the bottom of them, but it would be easy to do with just a little a pencil brush. And then the L'Oreal Silk Kiss-A-Me liners are the same. They're just really, really good. Let me see, does it say it's waterproof? It does not, but it does stay in the waterline really, really well. Now, depending upon what kind of look you're going for, if you're wanting to do a wing, the easiest way to achieve a wing is with tape. Now, I'm going to just use medical tape because that's what I have. But what you're going to do is just follow your bottom water line and just apply it there. Now, I put this on the back of my hand and taken it off a couple of times just to get most of that stickiness off. But you can use, I mean, they make little shadow shields that you can use, or you can use just Scotch tape, you know, anything. You can use anything, but just try to get most of that stickiness off so that it doesn't, you're not going to pull at your eyes when you go in to take it off. So I'm going to use the Maybelline iStudio, and I'm going to start off with this Japanesque pointed brush. And I'm going to try to do this on camera. I don't know. So I'm just going to wipe off most of it, but coat the brush really well and just try to get it to a nice point so that it'll make it easier to just get that first line. So I'm going to go just right along here, and you know, depending upon how big of a wing you want, you just take it up further. So if I was going to do just something really dramatic, I would just go up further, and I'm going to go in for a little bit more, wiping off the excess, trying to get it to a nice point, and then I'm going to draw that wing. And then you can, you know, use this brush if that's that kind of brush that you like to fill it in, and then just kind of carry it across the lid as far as you want to take your eyeliner. I personally like this other angled brush a little bit better, this Essence brush, because once I have actually gone in and created the tip of my wing, then I'm going to use this brush to fill it in. Did I get it on my... Okay, so then I would just carry this across the lid. This is really hard because I don't have a mirror. I'm doing this just in my viewfinder. But by having that tape there, it's pretty much fudge proof. Okay, so once you have it the way you like it, you can pull off the tape, and there you go. You have a nice little wing there. Oh, mine's not filled in all the way. Like I said, I was doing this without a mirror. So I'm going to just go in, see if I can't clean that up. And then if you make a mistake, then just take a makeup wipe. This is why you should, or I do my eyes before I do anything else. Because then I can just go in with a makeup wipe and my fingernail and clean up the edges. And that gives me more of a precise line. And let's just wipe all of this off, and I'll show you some of these other liners. So like this Silk Kiss-A-Me liner. This is really good for if you want to just go across the lash line. Again, I'm just kind of and then just take a brush, just an angled brush, and just smudge it out. Now this is going to give you a bolder look. Unless you go really thick with the wing and carry that all the way in. But with a liner like this, then I would go back in and I would set it with some black eyeshadow. This really won't go anywhere, but I just like it. I like the look better. I don't have a very clean line there, but you get the point. You can just smudge it out. And you really shouldn't do this, but I do tug on my eye just a little bit to make it taut and just make it easier to get a precise line. So, and then I'm going to take this Essence gel liner, and let's see, this is in Blue Lagoon, and just throw this in the waterline. It just gives you a nice little pop of color. I know this looks really nasty. I hate to do this when anybody can see me, but so we need to make sure when you do something like this with a bold eyeline look, that, I mean, I would, if I was doing a smoky eye or something like that, then this would be, you know, a good look. But for every day, this is a little too bold for me. But, you know, to each his own. But I do love the little pop of color just in the waterline, in and of itself. Oh, did I wipe it off? Yeah. So there you go. There's my little 2 cents about eyeliner. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments below of what you might like to see in the future, and share this to all of your friends. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.